Previous Exteriors. He's supposed to be the regional director of marketing, field marketing, and his phone number is 856-649-4991. Here we go, calling back Jeff, who informs me he has an extremely busy schedule and he doesn't have all day to wait around for a call, even though I politely waited over the weekend for him to get back to me after I asked Dylan Bowers for his phone number twice, and Dylan Bowers just kept calling me. Here we go, calling Jeff Scully.
Jeff speaking.
Hi, Jeff. This is Monique Kalinsky. How's it going?
Good, Monique. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. So I'm certainly sure that you have a busy schedule, as you stated, for today. I just wanted to be direct in the reservations and confusion that I had within my first day in the field on Friday. So I was very well aware, that we were practicing the script to know what to say and what we're offering. Very well aware that we were going to walk to the doors to knock on them and conversate with the homeowners. However, it was a completely blinding shock that we were expected to walk the entire shift on foot from house to house through the neighborhoods to the next neighborhood in whatever weather there is, and Friday happened to be very hot with 85% humidity, and we had no drinks provided. We were not offered any breaks. No meal was provided. I felt like I was in an episode of Survivor. And yeah, it was a very big shock to me. Obviously physically exerting, and I had actually suffered from severe dehydration that day, and I had a massive headache over the weekend that I think just now is starting to go away. And the main reason I didn't go to training today is because I just did not want to have the same experience as of Friday. And I just wanted to understand from you, are we actually expected to walk nonstop, house to house, neighborhood to neighborhood, no matter what? Are drinks typically not provided? Are meals typically not provided? I had asked if I could wear basketball shorts because, obviously the looser the clothes, the more comfortable, the easier to move in them. I was told by Aldwin that was not acceptable. And full disclosure, you obviously know him better than I do, but he does not give off a very professional demeanor, and he was actually pretty disrespectful to me throughout the training when it was just me, him, and Kyle.
Okay, I think I tried to give you the floor. Is there anything else that you wanted to go over?
I can answer questions specifically. I just didn't want to overload.
So there's quite a bit to unpack here, and the first thing to understand, I don't mean this sarcastic, that includes me as well, is that nobody at Home Genius is entitled to a position as a performance-based job. We made it abundantly clear, and it's in the handbook, that we knock 125 doors a day, no exception. And on top of that, Friday was a very short shift. It was from 10 to 3. It was a 5-hour shift, and that includes drive time to and from the field. So Friday was actually a very limited day. Now, I'll tell you this, where we did mess up, and I'll take ownership of this, we purchased them coolers for each van. So they are supposed to have water in them every single day. We buy the water, have coolers, so I'm not sure what went wrong that day. However, we're all adults. We know that it's hot outside. We all have the weather app on our phones, and we know what the weather is. It is common sense to bring water or some kind of hydration drink. Regarding the food or a meal, I don't know what job provides meals for people, so that's not a thing. We have many FMEs who bring food into the office. They use the microwave. That's cool. They heat up their food. They eat it there during the meeting, or when they are on the way to the field, they stop and get food. But Friday was a very, very short shift. So no matter what, at the end of the day, we require everybody to knock 125 doors. And we know, because we are obviously out in the weather and elements in summertime, it's only going to get hotter in August. And we don't change what we do. We don't suddenly stop knocking on doors. So yes, you are expected to walk door to door. That was made abundantly clear. It's also in the handbook. And that we expect everyone to knock 125 doors a day. And Connecticut state law says that only for a 7.5-hour shift or more, people without show break. So, and obviously too, I want to address this as well, the basketball shorts. That is completely unacceptable because we are talking to potential customers. So no, we don't allow anybody to wear basketball shorts. If anyone did, that's something their manager should have handled right then and there in the field. So I'm not sure what kind of answer you're looking for, but Friday was a very short shift. It was intentionally short because it was your guys' first day in the field. Yes, you're expected to knock on doors. Yes, it's hot outside. I think we all knew that coming into the job, that it's summertime. It's not a secret. So I don't know what you're looking at from me, but if you feel like this isn't the right role for you, that's okay too. But at the end of the day, like I said at the beginning of this call, it is a performance-based job. It is not a job where people tell us what they're comfortable with, what doors they want to knock or how they want to work. Like, that's not how this works. It is a performance-based job, and yes, it's hard work, but so are many things that are rewarding because you've got people making, $1,100, $1,500 a week, $2,000 a week, and we're very clear about what it is. So I'm not sure what you're looking for me to say. I hope you stay here because I think you're phenomenal in training and how vocal you were helped me in training a lot. So, but if you feel like this is not what you want to be doing, at the end of the day, that's okay too. So, I'm not sure from this point forward what else you're looking for me to go over.
Okay. And I heard everything you said, so I'll address certain things that I think were questions.
Yeah, so I'm not going to keep going back and forth with this, Monique, so this is not going to be a call where you and I go tit for tat. I have over 100 people to report to me, and nothing on Friday was something that we didn't do right or wrong. Like, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth what you think was right or wrong about the business. So if you're feeling some kind of way, like I said before, no one's forcing you to be here, but that was a very short day. We barely had you guys at doors, maybe 3.5 hours. That was a short day. We know it's going to be hot out, and it's going to get hotter. So I'm not sure what you want me to do, but I'm not going to go back and forth on what you think was right or wrong. So like I said, if you want to stay here, I hope you do, but I'm not going to go back and forth on what you think was right or wrong when you're the one who came to us for a job. So
yeah, and I'm not trying to go back and forth. I'm trying to give you clarity on what my expectations are.
I'm sorry, but I just don't. So we have, teams that run a certain way. Yeah, look,
you're kind of snapping at me in a disrespectful sense, and I don't understand.
I'm actually very monotone. I thought I hope you stay here. I just copied you saying that I think you did great in training, even helped you in training. So no, I don't think I am at all. It's just that you're telling me what you're willing to do and whatnot. So that's okay too. If you don't want to be here, that's fine. But we are very clear about our expectations here. We don't hide any of it or sugarcoat it. We expect everyone to knock 125 doors a day, and we hold everybody to the same standard. So Friday was a very short day. It was not even a full day of work. So I'm not sure, again, what you're looking for. So,
okay,
I have
just to
over
be
100
clear,
people, and I have to get on the phone to call you, Monique. So, I do want you to stay here. I'm making time for you, but, I have 100 people that report to me. And I'm not sure what you're looking for here, but no, basketball shorts are unprofessional. No company provides meals to people. That's not a thing. Yes, we should have had water that day. I was the first one to say, hey, that's where you went wrong. We should own that. We have coolers in the back of the games. That's on Dylan. I'm not sure what went wrong that day. Maybe we thought we had it. Not sure. But we know it's hot out. We know that. We work or not, we know it's summertime. We know it's hot out. So
okay, so while you're doing all the talking and cut me off, that's your way of not thinking you're disrespectful?
Yeah, I just gave you the entire floor when you called me, so I didn't say anything. I asked you if you were finished. So
yeah, because I thought we were going to have a conversation, which is...
Again, what solution are you bringing to this? What do you want me to do?
Okay, well, I remember you saying in training that you take it personally when people quit and leave the company and you wonder what you could have done better. I was going to give you constructive criticism that is actually very valid.
Criticism, Monique. I don't need that because we barely even had you guys out there and you still have a problem with it. So I do not need your constructive criticism. So again,
I guess that's why you guys have a high turnover rate.
Perfect place to work. Look, Monique, no one's making you stay here. So if you're not happy with what you experienced, probably I don't know what to tell you.
You're absolutely right. Nobody's making me do anything.
It's a
to
That's
your life,
exactly why
when
I
you want
reached
to
out
snack
to
or
the
prepare for the holiday parties, don't forget this cookie for you and your family. They are so delicious. Also, these cookies are keto-friendly and vegan. Each cookie only has a few grams of sugar. Perfect for adding a little bit of sweetness to your life.
Hours or more in a shift. We did a 5-hour shift, and that
Do
includes.
you understand that probably applies to most jobs where people work indoors and not on foot outside exposed to the elements?
You signed up for this, Monique. Like, this is not a thing where we surprised you and said you're going to be indoors and we took you
So
outside.
why wasn't it explicitly said in training you guys will be walking the entire shift? That was not said. That was not said.
This is made abundantly clear, and it's in writing, that
No,
you
it
are
isn't.
expected to knock on doors. This is not a secret.
Knocking on doors is not equivalent to walking miles straight in the heat nonstop. Understand those are different
you guys on a
things.
short, excuse me, again, we had you guys on a shorter day, so that wasn't even a full day. This is something you signed up for. We were very clear that it was outside. Like, we're not saying, hey, you're going to be at a mall kiosk booth and then take you outside. We made it abundantly clear that this is outside, knocking on doors, and everybody is expected to knock 125 doors a day.
Okay, so while you supposedly take it personal when people quit and you say you don't care about constructive criticism, that's a big part of the turnover rate.
Like, I'm not worried about your opinion about our turnover rates. Maybe this is where you think that, like, I am concerned about
You don't have to care about my opinion because I've already had the experience now.
I don't, because you've been here for 4 days telling us how to run the business. You signed up for this job, Monique, and this is to the point where, like,
I didn't tell you how to run the business. I'm telling you how to treat human beings.
Okay, anyway, we signed you up for a very short shift on Friday. We got you guys back to the office early. We were abundantly clear about our expectations, what the job is. It's even in writing in your handbook. So, no, I do not need your constructive criticism. I appreciate the thoughts, but this is not what I need to hear because I already know what we said we're going to do, and we did just that. So we're very clear about it. So unless you have anything else to go over, you can let me know if you're going to stay here or not. And again, if you don't want to, that's okay. I'm not going to force you to be here. That's all right. But
Jeff, you couldn't force me to do anything if you wanted to. Let's get that abundantly clear.
Okay, all right. I'm done with this conversation. Anything else you have to add to this conversation, Monique? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. So
You're the cause of the high turnover rate, and you have piss poor people
it's a
skills.
performance-based job. Yes, it's a top job. We have a turnover rate. So
Performance-based has nothing to do with not treating people like human beings.
Okay, Monique, I'm not going to sit back and forth. Is there anything else you want to add to the call, Monique? I'm not going to sit here.
Right, you don't like conversations which go back and forth. You like to mansplain and take over the conversation.
100 people that report me. So
That goes hand in hand with self-importance.
I easily could have even just ignored your call, Monique. I don't need to make time for
You
your call.
ignored me over the weekend, so I'm not surprised.
Family, and I have 100 people that report to me.
Congratulations, congratulations.
All right, Monique, is there anything else you want to add to the call?
Just that you're a big part of the turnover rate and you don't really care about people.
Okay, well, is there anything else you want to add?
Can you officially state your name and position with the company, please?
No, you have my name. This is not a secret. So I don't know what you think this is, Monique, but you have my information. This is my direct cell phone number. So we made everything crystal clear. You clearly weren't happy with Friday, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, but there's nothing else I can do. So I wish you the best. If you don't want to be here, that's okay. Let myself or Dylan know, but you're an awesome person, and I wish you the best. So take care.
You as well. As a piece of shit, unprofessional, misogynistic, and a complete hypocrite. Doesn't care about people, doesn't care about me, made that abundantly clear, and while he bullshits in training, I take it personally when people quit the company and quit the job. I wonder, what could I have done better? Even though this asshole doesn't even understand that the basis of a conversation is a back and forth where people take turns talking to understand each other better, but he called me to say he had no time to go back and forth. He just wanted to mansplain and control the conversation and tell me, this is not a place where we take constructive criticism. This is not a place where we listen to what people are comfortable with. This is exactly where we control shit. All right. Don't be surprised when you find this on YouTube, Jeff. You can shove this up your ass to all 100 of people who fucking respond to you or answer to you or whatever makes you think you're fucking above shit. I'm not dying for you. I'm not dying for any company. And don't be surprised when you get sued, motherfucker. Dumbass. So, as you heard in that recording, if you want to work for Home Genius Exteriors, do not expect to be treated like a human being. And to further explain He talked about a handbook over and over again. Of the many times he repeated himself, both on how he wasn't going to go back and forth, sounding like a broken record, and over dramatic drama queen broken record. But anybody who has a brain knows that if you're having a conversation with a person, especially when there's confusion, you take turns talking. It is not a back and forth where it's an argument. It is a conversation to be an understanding on both sides. However, the company sucks. I resigned. And if you want to work at Home Genius Exteriors, apparently to the higher ups, performance-based means ignoring your humanly needs. So expect to pretend to not be thirsty, pretend to not be hungry, pretend to not get tired, pretend to not have to piss or shit, pretend to not get hot in the heat, pretend to not get hot in the cold when it's winter. You knock 125 doors no matter what your bodily humanly needs are. So if you're that desperate for the money, or you're really trying to die a lot sooner than your time, I guess this is the right place to work for you. But because I love and respect myself, and I especially refuse to work for people who clearly show they have no respect for me, even when they give me bullshit compliments while they're disrespecting me as they give me the bullshit compliments, yeah, I knew I deserved better, and I left. Now, I hope that you guys do what's best for you, but I definitely didn't want you to be surprised because they do a lot of lying in the training. They highlight the trips that you'll go on if you make so much money for the company. They highlight that they made $500 million this year in 2026, but trust that none of that is spent in the office. So they don't, Home Genius Exteriors, as far as I know, and I've gone to 2 of their different locations, both in Virginia Beach and in Meriden, Connecticut. So neither of those locations had an actual office. So, like how Target has the Target stores and every other legitimate business has their own legitimate business? That's not Home Genius Exteriors. They rent office spaces in rundown buildings. There's no money put into the place. There's no money put into the training. They offer you, depending upon the state that you live in, next to nothing for the base pay. So in Virginia Beach, it was $12 an hour. Here in Meriden, it was $17 an hour. But still, you're making less or about the same amount of money on any other job except for the bonuses that they promise you. But that's only if the homeowners want the demos. And the demos are booking the appointments for the free roof estimates and free roof inspections. But they even said in training, it's not really free. They just have us say that it's free. So anybody who books these appointments, they're trying to hook on the latch to pay $25,000 for a roof that they may or may not need. And as shady as they are to us who are new to the company and saw this with full faith, oh, what a great opportunity, the homeowners are taking their risks to let them trust them on their roofs too. I mean, they're just going to do a free inspection and a free estimate, really? They're not going to cause any damage and then say that you need to get the work done? I mean, they even outlined it in training. Whatever damage they notice on a roof, or air quote, notice, if they don't actually put that damage in the roof, then they got the homeowners on the hook where, oh, they have to get a new roof now or their home will start falling apart from the top to the bottom. So check out the reviews on this company on Indeed. That's where I found all their job postings. Not so good. So even if they got good ratings on Angie and all these other apps, those reviews can be bought, especially when they brag about making $500 million, but don't invest any of those millions in their offices, in company vehicles, in uniforms for their staff, in drinks or meals, or provide breaks. And when you're only getting whatever your state allows, I guess, for the minimum or maximum wage in your state, unless if you get these demos signed up, they're not investing that in their employees who make them that money. They're not investing that in their business. They don't have any professional marketing. You will never see a Home Genius Exteriors commercial on TV or even an ad of them on YouTube. So where's that money going? Staying at the top with the president and his top favorite managers? Okay then. But hey, just wanted to give you a fair and honest review. That was a real recorded phone call. I'm telling you my real experiences with the company. But you don't have to trust me. You can put your life on the line. I just know I deserve more than living Survivor in real life off the show. Walking up and down miles from house to house, neighborhood to neighborhood, in 80 degrees heat, 85% humidity. Literally risking my life for this company just so I could say, hey, sorry to bother you. Do you need a new roof? There's this whole company spiel script that they have you remember. It's bullshit. But again, It's up to you if you decide you want to try it out, or if you are trying to die faster but you don't want to kill yourself. This job will definitely get you there. Alright. Any thoughts, any questions? You can review this video back, share, and comment, like, or subscribe. Take care, God bless. You can do better, I can do better, we all deserve better. Home Genius Exteriors is not the place you want to work if you want to survive your job and survive to make the money that they promise you'll make. And also, as you heard from Jeff Scully, he doesn't care what you're comfortable with. He doesn't care how you feel. He doesn't care about your humanly needs. You gotta piss shit, you need to sit down, you're thirsty, you're hungry, who cares? Sell our roofs. Get those demos. It's a performance-based job, which means you're not a human being on the clock. Oh well.